please hit that subscribe button and also the bell icon so you can be notified of my any future videos. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is gonna be a special one. It's my 6 months exclusively pumping journey. I'm just gonna share my journey with you and I'm excited. So let's just jump right into the video. So I was actually napping and I'm actually filming in mom's room. I exclusively pumped for 6 months. From that 6 months you have to exclude the first week of her life, simply because I did not produce milk. I sound like a cow, but yeah, my milk did not come in for the 3 days that I was in the hospital, and so she had to be on formula. I was completely okay with that, and she continued formula even after we came home because we tried breastfeeding, and even after I breastfed her she would still finish her whole formula bottle. So I don't know if I was actually producing any milk. So anyhow, the first week of my struggle, which I will do another video separately for my first week of struggles, what I wish I knew, what I could have done, etc, etc. So exclude the first week of our life where she was on formula, but post like exactly the 7th or the 8th day is when she was completely off formula and on my breast milk. So I initially pumped 4 to 5 times, 5 times actually. Initially the first month I pumped 5 times every 3 to 4 hours depending, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. Yeah, so I pumped 4 to 5 times, and just to know my supply and just to establish my supply, since pumping was new to me. And back then I had not bought a pump, simply because I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna breastfeed, it's all gonna work out, but it didn't. So I had actually been given Dr. Brown's breast pump, and I thought, you know, in case emergency I could use this, and you know, and it was actually handed down by somebody, and you know, they bought it but they didn't use it, so they gave it to me. So I was like, okay, I wasn't rude, so I just took it, and I was under assumption that it was good and you know I could use it. But anyhow, when the time came, the 4th or 5th day, that I wanted to actually pump and see if I'm producing any milk, because she was drinking, but you know, like she also finished a whole formula, so I wanted to check and see if you know how much my supply was. So I actually used a Dr. Brown pump, and you know, like I got like 10 drops, and probably I thought, okay, maybe that was my supply, but actually I was wrong. So then after like talking to my friends and you know, doing some research, I found out my friends were using Medela pump, and I was like, you know what, let me try this pump, because you know, everybody's using it, it seems to be working. So I hadn't got a pump then, so I borrowed my friend's pump. She was really kind enough to give it to me. So I actually borrowed, I'm just going to show you the pump. It's right here. This is a pump that she was using. It's called Medela Swing. Why am I holding it upside down? So here you go. So this is the pump that she was using. It's really nice, and it's just a single flange pump. So I actually borrowed it from her, and when actually this was the 6th or 7th day I borrowed it from her, and when I pumped in this, oh my good gracious god, I got like 60 ml, that is like 2 ounces, like in one pump, and I was like, oh my god, I'm producing milk. And that could be one of the most profound moment of my life, where I literally saw milk and I was like, oh my god, there is milk, I can feed my baby. I think it's I don't know, I can't explain. The mothers out there, you get what I'm talking about, and you know, I just really can't put in words to describe and explain to you. But anyhow, so I was like, you know what, I need this pump. So my friend was generous enough to let me use this pump. So I used this for 20 minutes on one side and 20 minutes on the other side. It used to take so much time. I was, you know, like super tired with taking care of a Hawa, and you know, like, you know how newborns in the first month is lack of sleep, and then you're exclusively pumping, plus you're trying to breastfeed, you know, it could be a lot. But anyhow, I don't even remember those days anymore, but I remember vaguely that, you know, it was a very exhausting time because of only lack of sleep. Otherwise it was just great. I think I recommend Medela and they are good, and I would completely recommend you. This is not paid, but I would recommend Medela pumps. Get something which you know you can extract from both your breasts at the same time, so you can save a lot of time, and you know, it could help you boost your milk supply, because you know you're basically telling your body you have twins and you can make a lot of, you know, you need to make more milk. And I think that's something that really helped me as well. Went and picked up myself another swing pump, and my friend was okay with me using the pump, so I kind of used two of these. This one is here, the other one is on my in my pumping station. So I pumped half an hour 5 times a day, and then slowly the second and the third month I made it 4 times, and almost when I was 5th month I was pumping 3 times, and in the 6th month I was pumping like 2 to 3 times. So when you pump, you know your milk supply, you know how much your baby needs. And we did try breastfeeding. She would breastfeed for comfort mostly, because even after she breastfeeds for say half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, she would still again go and drink her bottle. She would finish her bottle like 3 or 4 ounces at that time when she was drinking like a month or 2. So in the first month she was drinking 2 ounces, and then you know she slowly increased to 3 ounces, and then for right now she started a solid, so she's having about 6 to 7 ounces every bottle. But so my first tip would be invest in a really good pump. I would recommend the Medela pump, and get a pump where you can extract both breasts at the same time, which could save you a lot more time. And stick to a routine or a schedule when you want to pump. Know your supply. Like when you pump, you would know how much milk you're producing, so you know how much milk you're getting, so you could, based on your supply, you could, you know, make it 3 or 4 or even 5 times. I know moms who pump like 5 to 6 times because of the supply. I know moms who just pump 3 times because of the milk supply. But for me, what worked is 3 to 4 times. Initially 5 times, then to 4, then to 3, to now I'm actually pumping once. I ate really well. I did not hold back on calories, and in fact when I was exclusively pumping the first 6 months, I remember I was really hungry. I used to get very hungry, I used to get very thirsty, and I drank a lot of water. I mean, water really helped me with my milk supply. Whenever I drank less water during the day, I used to get less milk, but whenever I drank enough water, I would amazingly have, like, you know, like in each pump I used to get like 10 ounces when I had enough water during the day, stayed hydrated. And I was super hungry, so I ate well. And another thing that really helped me is oats and fenugreek seeds. So I used to eat oats for breakfast every single day, or almost every other day. And then my mom used to make fenugreek seeds with rice, like a porridge for me, because fenugreek seeds by itself is very they don't really taste well. They're like really a different taste, so you know you have to add like rice to it, or you know add it to your cooking or whatever. But anyway, I used to eat it in a porridge form, where she used to like make a porridge with fenugreek seeds, rice and jaggery. I don't know if you guys know jaggery. So I used to eat mostly that for lunch, and I basically ate really well, and I drank tons of water. And my one more tip that I want to give you is, do not stress. The days I stressed, I literally saw like a 50% dip in my milk supply. This is insane. I know it's like really like an amazing way that your body works. The days I was really stressed, I literally saw like a 50 to 60% of my milk supply drop. Like I would pump but no milk. But I let go. I said, Lord, if my baby needs milk, you will provide. I am completely okay with formula too. I'm not against. My baby was on formula for the first 6 to 7 days. I don't regret it. It's as long as you feed your baby, it's great. But thank God I had the milk supply and I kept at it, and I really wanted to do this. I actually wanted to breastfeed my baby, which didn't happen for whatever reason. She would still breastfeed, but she would finish a bottle, and I didn't see a point where, you know, she's feeding on me and the bottle, and I had to pump. So it was too much. So I just stuck to just exclusively pumping, and off and on she used to nurse just for comfort, and I used to allow her. Now it's a joke to her. Literally, I pop my breast out and she looks at it and she laughs. It's insane. I mean, that's a hug up for you guys. She's like, Mom, I'm just old enough, like, can you just, you know, put that thing inside? So I have seen this and I feel so embarrassed. Like, you know, every time I try and nurse her now, she literally thinks it's a toy, and you know, it's really funny. I know that's too much information, but you know, mothers just get a laugh out there. I mean, if you have come to this point of the video, I know that it's a woman who's watching the video and it's a mom, so I hope you can, you know, laugh with me with it. So yeah, and I hope this video really, you know, is helpful, or you know, my journey, you know, did tell you anything. Every mother is different, every child is different, so if your supply is really less, you know, you can always, you know, give a bottle of formula or no. And then after 6 months, when I decided to wean her only at 6 months. Until then she didn't have any solids. Post 6 months, I really wanted to start introducing formula as well, because why not, you know, I was still pumping, but I also want to give her the formula. And initially she hated formula. Every time I used to give her a bottle of formula, she used to throw up, she used to cry, and I was like, oh my good lord, what if my supply drops and you know, she's not taking formula? And I was like, the world is coming to an end. Over a week after me trying like 2 different formula that I tried, she stuck to one formula, and you know, now she's drinking formula and my breast milk. So I'm completely happy with, you know, the way she's weaned off, and now she's having solids. She's really good at eating solids. Yeah, so basically all I want to tell you guys is my journey exclusively pumping for 6 months. I really am thankful that I was able to do 6 months of exclusively pumping, and I'm thankful for my body to have done that. And honestly, I feel so proud and I feel so privileged, but still, you know, my heart breaks to those who really wanted to breastfeed or pump and you know, had no supply. I know how you feel, but trust me, as long as you're loving your baby and you're nurturing your baby and you're feeding your baby, you are a super awesome mom. I mean, like, you know, everybody says when you have a baby you would know how your mom feels. You know, I have like huge respect for my mother right now, and every time I think about it, I'm like, I get emotional, but I hope she's not watching this, and you know, whatever. I mean, she better be watching my video. Anyhow, so I just want to really jump in quickly and do this long pending video and you know, get it over with and share my journey. And please, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment below. I will do my very best to reply, or even if I have many questions, I definitely will make another video like soon after I get all the questions. So if you have any questions, if I missed anything out, make sure to please leave them in the comment, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. And yeah, so all those mothers, I love you so much. Sending lots of love from our home to yours. So I hope you guys enjoyed this chatty video, and yeah, take care you guys. Bye.